Welcome to Cartagena, Colombia, and the project Basin Sea Interactions with Communities, known in short as BASIC Cartagena. This 3-year multidisciplinary research project is funded by IDRC and implemented by the Universities of EAFIT, Los Andes and Cartagena, in collaboration with the environmental authority CARDIQUE and the Community Foundation HEO. Here in Cartagena Bay, the project's researchers are monitoring the quality of marine waters and sediments in order to assess potential impacts of pollution in the coastal zone. Marine pollution typically occurs as a consequence of urban and industrial development in the coastal zone. In Cartagena Bay, development has increased drastically over the past 30 years. Currently, the area has an approximate population of 1 million, as well as the biggest industrial sector found along the coasts of Colombia. Over 70 different industries can be found in Cartagena Bay alone, including chemical factories, refineries, the production of foods, beverages, and plastics, along with various other manufacturers. Also found in this bay are a number of the country's most prominent ports that receive over 500 ships per month and move over 10 million tons of cargo per year. However, one of the largest sources of pollution is the Dique Canal, which drains water and sediments from the Magdalena River. The Magdalena Basin area includes approximately 25% of Colombia's land area and 80% of its population. Only 6% of this river flows to Cartagena via the Dique Canal, but this water carries with it large amounts of sediment. On average, the Dique Canal discharges about 20,000 tons of sediment per day into Cartagena Bay. That's the equivalent of 1 truck full of sediment dumped into the bay every 2 seconds. To monitor the impact this sediment has on the bay, researchers from the BASIC project measure the water quality in and around Cartagena Bay once a month. This allows them to assess the effects that land-based sources of pollution have on the coastal waters. These maps show monthly results of turbidity measurements, an indicator of the water's clarity. The sediments flowing from the canal generate a plume of turbid waters, particularly during the rainy season, from October to December. Another impact that research has shown is low levels of oxygen in the deeper waters of the bay. An adequate amount of dissolved oxygen is important to have in the water in order to maintain healthy marine life. However, during parts of the year when the bay's circulation is weak, oxygen concentrations at the bottom of the bay are reduced below healthy levels. This condition is known as hypoxic. Hypoxic waters have been found to extend through the bottom 10 meters of the bay and at times can extend up to 5 meters from the surface. In addition to high levels of sediments and excess organic matter, other pollutants are sometimes present as well, such as heavy metals like mercury and nickel found in the bay's sediment. This problem is further compounded by the periodic occurrence of oil spills as a result of intensive port operations. As expected, the presence of these pollutants has an effect on the tropical marine ecosystems, like coral reefs, which require a high level of water quality in order to survive. The degradation of these ecosystems can in turn impact local tourism, as well as the livelihood of artisanal fishermen communities.
Comentar un dato que nos está haciendo daño sobre el pescado, de que hace 5 años atrás salíamos a pescar y cuando regresábamos a casa traíamos hasta 10, 15 kilos de pescado, pero estamos saliendo ahora diario y no vemos nada. Ahorita mismo nos encontramos aquí pensando qué vamos a hacer porque salimos al agua y no vemos nada y estamos para decir, alguien llega para decir nos da un método más bueno o estrategia para conseguir pescado, porque en verdad no hay. Se ha perdido con tanto ruido y contaminación de empresas que nos rodean también.
Finding solutions to environmental problems, such as those experienced by the fishermen, is the goal of the BASIC project and its interdisciplinary team of researchers. By working with local communities, fishermen and environmental authorities, the project seeks to influence public policy on pollution control and develop community adaptation strategies. Cartagena Bay has its problems, like any rapidly developing hotspot. Through collaboration between researchers, communities, and policymakers, the BASIC project hopes to apply its research so that future generations can establish harmony between Cartagena's economic development and its natural environment.